Hello, everybody.
Hi.
It's Amala.
It's Risa.
And today we're going to be talking about sleeping with 100 men in one day. This is not something that we did, by the way.
No, so sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
Somebody else did it.
Somebody else did it. And what's her name?
Her name is Lillian Phillips, and she went viral on Twitter for stating that she was about to sleep with 100 guys, slept with 100 guys, and then filmed sort of the day in the life of it before and after.
Risa, it was technically 101 men.
101 guys.
She got one more in there.
So sorry for insulting you, Lily.
Oh my gosh, and this is going viral for a lot of reasons. A lot of people are saying, clearly you have some psychological issues, you have some problems you need to deal with. People are talking about OnlyFans culture and the glorification of prostitution. And they're also wondering who the hell are these 101 guys who are queuing up to sleep with a woman? And I think they're doing it for free.
Yes.
And I don't know if she's filming the process and posting videos because the guys are anonymous. Like, they're blurred. So I don't know if she's making content out of this.
No, I think, from my understanding, it is on her OnlyFans. So yes, it is content, but I don't think the guys are blurred.
Oh, they're not blurred. In the videos that she's posted on Twitter where they're all queued up and she's talking to them, I've seen that their faces are blurred. So I am curious.
Because for OnlyFans it's not.
Okay.
So, and I think because OnlyFans has a lot of protections with the content.
Wow, that is so interesting as a man to choose to do that.
Yes.
Okay, well, we should get into her video so that you can see her and hear from her yourselves. This is her announcing that she is going to be taking on this adventure.
I went viral for letting 23 guys run a train on me with my friend Bonnie. Now, that video is actually out now, so if you want to check that out, you know where to go. But if you want to be a part of the next one, I'm actually doing 100 guys in one day. So head on over to my Twitter to find out how to apply.
Okay, so you can apply for this, and I would hope that this has, age screening. I believe she did a video where the guys sort of showed up at this hotel or wherever she was doing it. Sometimes she does it at her house, apparently, which is absolutely insane. But she ID checks them. I don't know if they have to do STD screening to be with her.
I think her friend Bonnie that she was talking about, she did a video where she was only sleeping with 18-year-olds. So she said, okay, I STD checked them and I had checked their IDs because the in return is that they have to be on her OnlyFans. So I don't think that it is blurred out.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on here. I mean, before we talk any further, she did do a whole day in the life of what it's like to sleep with 100 men at one time because she was successful with this, 101 as they said before. Let's watch that.
I went viral for letting 23 guys run a train on me with my friend Bonnie. Now, that video is actually out now, so if you want to check that out, you know where to go. But if you want to be a part of the next one, I'm actually doing 100 guys in one day. So head on over to my Twitter to find out how to apply.
Morning, so today is the day where I get run through by 100 guys. How many condoms I have, for fuck's sake.
I think this is all I'm going to do with my hair and makeup today. Just a bit of bronzer and a bit of blush. I'm running a little bit late, I think, but it'll be totally fine because the boys can't start without me. Oh, looking too bad.
I'm almost there now. We have to do a little bit of a late start, but that's fine.
Dude, just imagine getting in the drive-thru for a snack before you're about to go do this.
It's just like it's a normal day. And that's the issue is that obviously sex has always been rampant in our society. Porn has always been a huge thing. But it's never been a thing for a porn star to just casually talk about her day in the life and put it on social media for everybody to see. Even the people that aren't consuming porn, it's just normalized for them to see these girls doing this kind of work.
Yeah, social media has definitely changed the landscape of this a lot. And it's also changed, I think, the women who are willing to do prostitution because of the amount of money that they can make doing this. I can't even imagine the millions of dollars she probably makes on the other end of making a video like this. And a lot of people are saying, obviously, she's psychologically damaged in some way and that this is not going to be helpful in the long run. But once you've infused a whole bunch of money into the industry, you're going to start to see very different women and people who we would typically view as maybe high value women, obviously prior to their sexual engagement with 100 men, entering this sort of profession and doing it for OnlyFans. I can only imagine the type of money she's making, and that's insane.
So if anyone wants to claim that she may have went through something or is going through something, I'm sure it's totally fine in her brain because when you're making $500,000 a month, I'm sure she'll justify any kind of issue she's going through.
Yeah, and we'll see what sort of issues she deals with down the line after this, because there's no way that this does not instill and inject damage all into the mind, body, spirit, whatever it is you believe in. I'm not religious, but she's got something going on.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's probably likely she is going to go through some religious, spiritual journey after she's lived this life.
Oh my gosh, the OnlyFans to born again, Christian, Muslim.
Your biggest fantasy is
not
you
even
cheating.
my biggest. It's like one of my.
Okay, God, strip me now. Like, this is now time to like start peeling away the onion. You know, it's
Pipeline, whatever the fuck, is wide open. Guys, wide open. Let's keep watching.
Got time to make it back up.
How are you doing? How's it going so far? How many are we on?
Only 8.
8 guys.
Only 8, not
You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I am actually.
Not the sneaker shot.
How, oh my God, how pathetic do you have to feel as a man to be waiting with not just a couple, like several guys?
Yes. 100 guys. You're literally sitting in
You're
line.
about to fuck the same girl.
Yeah, right. One after the other. That is so disgusting and strange. You were earlier. You're like, these men need to be exposed. There needs to be okay. I don't necessarily need to think they need to be exposed or whatever. It's on her OnlyFans. They're choosing to do this. But if I was ever dating a guy and for some reason had no idea this was something they did prior, I would crash out.
Yeah.
I would go into a psychological hole knowing that somebody did something so pathetic. Oh my gosh.
I honestly can't think of something more pathetic.
And like, these girls don't exist without the guys who are willing to do this. And that's just a whole nother level of, it's
Yeah,
so
and I feel like that's
weird.
not talked enough about because, you know, these OnlyFans girls are making so much money, right? And a lot of them, it's like not that much a month, right? It's like $5.
Oh, no, I think the average, I think most women make less than $150 a month on OnlyFans is what I read.
Yes, but even like when they say the top creators, it's not just like 30. It's like a couple.
Right.
It's like
it's a
over
very
50 making like maybe over 200K or
right,
something.
right.
But it's like, think about how many men are subscribing to each of those top creators. Like, what type of men are paying that much?
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, like, pornography's free. So it's even weirder and more pathetic that you, like, found a specific OnlyFans girl that, like, you're engaging with, or several of them that you want to spend your money on, like, on a monthly basis. You're subscribing to these people. Yeah. It's gross. It's really gross. I'm sorry.
But we never talk about it. Like, I don't think men are casual about, like, yeah, I'm subscribed to this girl. I like her. Like, it's something that's kept very secret, which is interesting.
Because they know if women found out, they would be disgusted.
Yeah.
If I found that out about somebody I was dating, bye. It would be, yeah, before you even got the words out of your mouth, I'd be gone.
No, don't like that.
That's crazy to me. We'll keep watching. There's more stories about this. We'll get to them in just a moment.
First group scene done. That was a lot of fun. And now I'm on to number 60.
60 or 16?
27 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
I think about 70 people through.
This is what the room is looking like.
Oh
Not in
my
the
God, it's
best
so disgusting.
state. We've kind of got things everywhere. Someone brought me a rose. Oh my God, I forgot to vlog this. Someone brought me a fucking rose. He was the sweetest boy ever.
Oh, what a gentleman. Number 69 brought me a rose. How lovely.
Got ran through by 101 men. And my eyes are still recovering from all the bodily fluids that went in there.
I'm gonna cry.
So yesterday I got ran through by 101 guys. Don't mind this, someone actually bit my lip. But last night I didn't end up having a shower. Well, I didn't wash my hair in the shower. Just because I was too tired. But I want to show you guys the aftermath.
Dude, if I had pearls, I'd be clutching them right now. What is
God.
going? The propensity to just be like this while you're watching her talk about it, and see how we both naturally
Recoil.
we have a mic down due to the activities of this girl. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, let's close it out.
Gross.
Gross.
What it's like to get ran through by that many guys in one day. I feel like I'd been hit by a bus. I am so achy. It went on for, how many hours? We went from 9 a.m. till about 11 p.m. I think it was.
Oh my gosh. You know, she said she felt like she'd been hit by a bus. If somebody said, Amla, you have the opportunity to make a couple $1 million. Either get ran through by 100 guys in one day, or go run into traffic, get hit by a bus, and get the insurance payout. I'm gonna go get hit by the bus. Hit me with the bus!
Shove it right up your hairy.
Oh my gosh. You know, I saw a video of her, or it was either her or her friend who also does this sort of activity, which, how is it possible that you guys came across each other and came up with this idea? It has to be the money is just making women so much more likely to take on this profession. But she had a guy waiting in line, and she was sort of over the day or whatever, so she told all the guys that were still waiting in line, just come in all at once, and we can just go at it. And that's exactly what they did. And all of the men also agreed to do that in one room together.
Yeah. Oh, that's so disgusting.
I'm like,
but it's also kind of gay.
Yeah. Is our society like more perverse? I think human society has always been perverse. If you look through human history, there's always just like crazy stuff happening within the sexual realm of things, and that has not changed. But I wonder if the likelihood of people being into sexual perversion has really gone up, or if we're just more open about these tendencies that a lot of people have. It's kind of hard to tell.
To measure it would have to be, you kind of see like the industry is still $1 billion industry. So nothing's really changed. It's just like transferring more towards what porn was, and now women are doing it independently.
Yeah, but I get like, when I think about this, I think about like the type of women that I used to associate with like prostitution. It was clearly like daddy issues, maybe had a lot going on. Lower income, not the most hygienic, maybe drug addicted or had other afflictions and comorbidities going on. But now we're seeing in the industry like girls from two-parent households, girls who are lawyers. Like we saw a girl on Jubilee who passed her bar exam, is now a practicing lawyer, but is also doing OnlyFans. These two girls are quite beautiful young women who I believe have the support of both of their parents in doing this. It's becoming more what we would typically associate as being well-adjusted women who are taking on the profession.
Like it used to be a job for the desperate and out of desperation to feed yourself and your family. And now it's looked at as a potential career to make a lot of money.
Right. Like it could be lucrative as long as you have the proper marketing and the skills to really make yourself be known out there, which leads me to believe that the money being infused into this market has really changed the game and changed the layout of prostitution. But I have to say, like, for both the men and women involved in this, but more so for women because what we have going on biologically with sexual encounters, every single one of those 101 men is sticking with you psychologically in some way, shape, or form. That is never something that is going to be erased as far as your bodily experience. It's never going to be something that is erased as far as your mental experience. And I wonder what she's going to be like on the other end of this once she's past the point of wanting to take on this career, once she's gotten all the money she's wanted to get out of it, because I'm assuming you're going to want to look for a long-term partner. And not only is it going to be difficult for a man who wants to commit to you to be able to do that, I'm wondering what type of man is going to take on that commitment, what type of man is going to be attracted to a woman with that history. And then for her, I'm worried about how can you actually pair bond with that guy and have a committed, developed relationship with the past psychological and sexual trauma that you've endured. Because it is trauma. Like, let's not get it twisted. She will sell it as fun and feminine and, promiscuous, but it is trauma that she's willing to endure for money.
Yeah, I mean, I think sex is something that you have, it builds a strong connection with your partner, and she will never be able to have that because of the type of sex that she's had in her younger days.
Yep.
And especially if you look at sex as a job and a way to make your money, that's not how you're going to look at it with your partner. Yeah. It's not going to be the same type of connection that a normal person should feel.
Exactly. And we already see people experiencing this with pornography, like people who are super porn addicted or they have porn-addled brains. Both men and women struggle to build connections with their partners. Not only is she having a porn-addled brain, but she's engaging in it. She's creating the pornography. So that's a whole nother level. And of course, she's trying to defend herself. She posted this TikTok about her choices and why she's made them.
So on Saturday, I got run through by 101 guys. Now, I've had a lot of backlash so far about it, and I've seen some of the videos and I see your side. Like, I am not trying to encourage other girls to be doing that, like if they don't want to and feel like they have to do that. But my side is like, I'm just a girl trying to enjoy myself, trying to have fun, trying to make some content for you all, you know, trying to get my bag. Like, this is fun to me, this is what I enjoy, no one is forcing me to do this. And I feel like we're going back in time to where women are getting shamed for being a sluzzer, when I thought that's what we were trying to get away from. So on Saturday,
pulling the old modern day feminist card. And I have to read the comments. Who hurt you? I don't even know 20 people. I beg your finest pardon. I'm just a girl is so insane. Yeah. Wow. So she's pulling the modern day feminist card. You'll notice in her body language when she was going into the reasons why she was doing this, she said, oh, I'm just trying to have fun. You know, I'm trying to make content for you guys. I'm trying to get my bag. She whispered that. You can tell that's what the real driver is. She's trying to get her money. She's making millions upon millions of dollars. It's very reminiscent. Of course, Corinna did not go this far, but Corinna Kampf, who used to be part of like the David Vlog Squad, she started an OnlyFans. She made $67 million in 3 years and has now recently claimed, at least, to have retired from OnlyFans. And of course, you're taking home a $67 million bag. And I don't think Corinna was doing things as crazy as what these two girls are doing, but I think a lot of women would just look at the risk versus reward on that and go, okay, $67 million, sure.
Yeah, my dignity is worth that.
No, not for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Ay. There's more. So she's apparently gonna go further. She's gonna go further than, well, she did 23 first, then jumped from 23 to 101, which is insane. But now she's gonna do, I guess, 1,000. So let's hear it from her.
last week I did 101 guys. Now this was just the warm up, because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys. Now this is going to be a ticketed event, so make sure you follow for more details. I want you to be a part of this. Last week.
Wow.
See, now I can feel like a lot of the actions that she's doing is now stemmed from the attention and the publicity.
100%.
Because she doesn't actually need to do something this crazy in her OnlyFans to make the money that she's making.
Yep.
So now I think it's like, oh, this publicity from people that are not watching my OnlyFans, from TikTok, from girls just like criticizing me, like I'm going to do something crazier.
Yeah, she wants to be infamous, essentially, is what it is. And that's like the twisted cycle that I think we find ourselves in any given realm of social media. Think of any type of social media that you like to consume. It doesn't have to be sexual in nature. It doesn't have to be perverse in nature. You have somebody who sort of enters the realm, maybe gets some attention, and that takes them further. And then they start getting money on top of that, and that takes them further. And then they're just trying to one-up each other and just sort of, I guess, build the threshold for what it is that people are willing to watch and consume. And everybody wants to be the one who like sets the world record or does the craziest thing. And, like Mr. Beast is a really good example of that. He started off on YouTube setting, and one day I'm going to make 1 million subscribers. He gets there and every single video, he's just trying to one-up himself, do something crazy or do something that nobody's ever done. And it's that same sort of psychological drive that I think these girls have, but in a seemingly much more traumatic sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is her friend Bonnie, just for those of you who want to see who the bestie is.
A dangerous but like intimidating situation where I did a big train with 23 guys and there was that many people in the room.
Wait, how does that work?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll give you a bit of backstory.
Yeah, go on.
So I shared my location online. I was like, this is where I'm going to be. Okay. Like, let me pleasure you. And there was a massive queue of like, it went all the way around the corner. Like people was waiting for over 8 hours.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I'd been going from 4 p.m. and this was gone 12 o'clock at night at this point. So I said to the whole queue left, I was like, anyone left? You're all coming in and we're going all at the same time. Like, or you need to go home.
She's a woman of the people, ladies and gentlemen, honestly.
I was like, you're all coming at the same time or like you need to go. And then having that many people in the room at the same time was like intimidating. Like I'm just there by myself, naked, like, go on boys. And then like they did steal things after they left.
No way.
Yeah.
From your house? Was it from your...
Yeah, I took my phone.
No way.
took my phone and then started to blackmail me over it, saying, "Oh, you need to give us money, or we're going to
Does
release
that not
content."
feel quite disrespectful, considering you're doing them a service?
Exactly. It's like,
and then
I've
they
been
do something so
polite to
disrespectful.
you.
Yeah.
I've just pleasured you. I've just drained your balls, and you just stole my
Men,
phone.
Do you know what I mean?
So-
It's so typical, honestly.
Yeah.
I know they're your audience and they are the ones that, you can't say too much, but it is so typical.
Sometimes, yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you've just been in my place. I've invited you in. I've been lovely to you. But then people like scumbags like that, they're always going to exist.
Yeah.
Not dangerous, but like...
I have so much to say about this.
You thought that the men that you let in to sleep with you were going to be respectful.
Like, what? What?
And it just, again, like, I have to go back to the damage. You know, like, when you're a girl and you, like, date or sleep with a guy who, like, ends up cheating on you or doing something bad to you, that sort of awful feeling that you feel in yourself of, like, I cannot believe I spent time with this person. I cannot believe I gave any part of myself to this person. She must feel that and have to repress that on levels that are unimaginable, because she is letting any man, their brother, father, uncle, come into a room with her, do all of these different things, steal from her, abuse her, essentially brutalize her, which is exactly what's happening. Yeah. And then they get to go off and just do whatever they want. And she has to live with that, whether or not she can understand that or not. She has to actively repress these feelings every single day. Just letting people disrespect you like that.
Yeah.
And I have, like, logistics questions. Are you making these guys, like, shower? This could be any old, like, disgusting guy.
Doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like it. If you just allowed how many guys in one room at one time, they're not showering, like, they're not doing...
They were waiting in line for you?
Yeah, like, there's no promise to be, like, cleanly or...
No.
Oh.
We need to expose these men.
Oh, my gosh. Oh... they can do what they want, I guess. I just want don't want none of them near me.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have to think it's got to be with as many people that subscribe or that she's been able to get with her sex tours. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of men, and it's probably more just guys that we think are just normal.
Right. Yeah, I would bet. This is why you have to have a lot of discernment. You know, this is why, like, as society as a whole, like, they're leaning on this idea of modern day feminism. Oh, we're fighting for women's promiscuity, but when I do it, it's a problem. It really deflates the entire argument, I think, made by modern day feminists about sexuality. Because not only are men willing to do this with just, like, random women on the internet, but when you're an average woman who's dating normal guys and going out there and going on dates to meet people, you have no idea if you're going on a date with a guy like this. People can cloud that and, you know, do smoke and mirrors for you. You have to function with discernment and give them time to figure out who they actually are. So imagine you're just a normal girl. You go on a first date with a guy and you're like, oh, I'm super into him. Let's go ahead and sleep together. But he's one of these guys and you just don't know it yet.
Yeah. That's
or
why you should wait, ladies.
You gotta wait. I don't know what else there is to say about this. We've been
disgusted.
I need a break. I need to close the laptop.
I mean, it's also something to say about why do women not value intelligence or class or using their brain to find a career? Like, and everyone's saying that this is like the easy way out. Oh, it's so easy, but it's actually not that easy.
It's not easy
to make money on OnlyFans. So why take that risk versus going to get a degree or being a certificate in something where you can a little bit longevity and obviously less trauma involved with the work?
Yeah, well, I guess it just depends on, like, what category of woman you're in. Like, these are both very beautiful girls. Like, by baseline, you're gonna be good. They have a social media following. By baseline, you're gonna make money. So there are women who I think, have no guarantee of making money on OnlyFans, but see women like this and then are choosing to do it. Whereas they sort of know, oh, I do have a built-in audience right now.
It's going to work for me if I choose to do this or not.
So it is a little easier. Like, if you tell them, why don't you go get a law degree? They're going to be like, what? You know how much like, little money lawyers make in comparison to that?
It's very true.
Like, that's millions. She's made millions in a day.
And I don't say this to be mean, but it's like some of the girls that I'll see on the whatever pod and the Fresh and Fit pod, I know they can't really do anything else.
Right.
You know? Or at least they can't do anything else where they would even make close to the amount of money. Like, I'm sure some of them couldn't even do a job where they're making $100K a year.
Yeah. I mean, I struggle with that because I'm like, they could, but it's just not going to be anywhere near close
And it's
first of all,
much
they're,
harder.
they're too lazy to put in the work to do that it would require to develop your brain in a way that makes you capable of doing that job. Because on the other end, I'm like, okay, I don't want to sell people this idea that they're incapable, because the real argument is you are capable, you just choose not to be capable. And you choose something else in the other that makes you more money and quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that'd be the only other quick way is sell your body.
Yeah. Guys, don't do it. First of all, you're not going to make the same amount of money that these girls are making.
And it's on the internet forever.
And it's in your mind and in your body forever.
What would you say about the girls who are not doing sexual acts?
Like they're just taking photos and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's
a different
less,
type of psychological damage.
It's a different type of psychological damage.
It's obviously not as bad.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've seen girls who just post pictures on OnlyFans or like film videos with their boyfriends, and they talk about the like psychological torment of going out in public or like going to a restaurant and seeing men and not knowing who has seen them naked or who hasn't, and that like weighs on them a lot. Their view of men becomes really negative because they're constantly communicating with super perverse men or people who are obsessed with them, people who have very violent imagery in regard to their body and regard to sex. So it completely taints your view of men and your willingness to be able to trust men. They're talking to married men. They're talking to people with boyfriends. With girlfriends. They're talking to people with kids. Your trust issues, I think that you would develop over time, would be just absolutely insane.
yeah. And I actually have met girls that they will only do pictures, but they have agencies that run the OnlyFans account. So the agency will post pictures of them, write sexual comments and things underneath, and be the ones to chat with the men, which is kind of a scam, actually.
It is. It's literally Andrew Tate.
Yeah. And obviously the girl does not have to deal with any psychological damage besides her bikini photos are on the OnlyFans.
Right. I mean, in the second you get a guy who thinks he knows you and that he doesn't, that's going to be crazy for you and might open you up to violence. I cannot even imagine.
But yeah, I'm saying there's a lot of options that a woman can do it in the way that she wants. And I think that's why it's so appealing to a young girl to make money.
Yeah, because it's fast-tracked. But I just think it's because we're not talking enough about the damage.
No, and how hard it is to actually make the money.
Yep.
Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Not worth it.
And discourage men from paying for it.
Please, like, it's so bad for literally everybody involved. Literally everybody involved. There's not there's not a positive other than like if you think the money is going to cushion your psychological issues down the line. And for men, you don't even get that option. You're literally funneling your money and asking for psychological issues on the other end of it. So there you go.
And I'm sure a lot of men with psychological issues are using it as an outlet. So I would hope that men are encouraged to find other ways to not depend on that kind of internet relationship and attention.
Touch grass. Touch a real woman. Like, actually,
with her permission.
With their permission, and hopefully who's your girlfriend or wife, okay? Yeah. Hopefully with those caveats. Don't just go out and touch women. Amala told me to go touch a real woman, and now I'm in prison. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you disagree with us, or if you're engaging with this sort of stuff, let us know down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Anything else? No. Subscribe, maybe.
Comments, let us know.
And we'll see you next time. Maybe we'll do an update when she sleeps with 1,000 men.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Maybe we'll stay away. Maybe she's banking on us doing those updates. Guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.